Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and we're kicking off a new week, and it's a theme week, and it's gonna be beat-em-ups, yeah! So, I've been requested this one, Operation Phantom, I am firmly looking at you, basically, Bop'n Rumble, yes, published by Melbourne House. This has 3 iterations, strangely enough, all different names. I think it's Bop'n Rumble in the States. I think it's called Bad Fighter or something like that. But look it up. There's 3 versions of it, and they do look different, but they kind of play the same. So yeah. So this looks like Hulk Hogan going home from a rough night, shall we say? Yes, he looks really happy there. So, let's have a look at the presentation. Well, I love the sprites already. Nice big sprites and gorillas. Yeah, this is interesting. What am I doing? I just that's dodgy to say the least. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, this is a side-scrolling beat-em-up of sorts, and basically, your moveset changes with every level, which is quite clever, actually. But we'll see how far we get. Little old lady. Tripped her over twice. Yeah, and that is a blind man. Just so you guys know what sort of game we're looking at here. I want to tickle you, doggy. Come here. So you're a nice boy. Anyway, let's have a look at the UI. Top left-hand corner is your score. Stage next to that, we're on stage 1. Time, yes, we're on a timer. Then my health, and underneath that is the enemy health. Now when it says enemy health, it basically means if you've got an enemy on the screen or is about to come on the screen, you'll see their health bar as well. Now the idea is to get from the start to the finish, and we're on stage 2 now, which is quite cool. So I think my moveset should change now. Oh yes, I'm tweaking his ears. Ow. Right. Interesting. So yeah, the sprites are nice, the animations are interesting. Mr. Hogan there, beating up old ladies. I just don't know. Maybe he said one too many handbags to the face. I don't know. But yeah, you'll be facing all sorts of different mobs, but also pretty much the same mobs, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Let me explain. Basically, that each level that you go on will have repetitive mobs from this level, and maybe the couple of additions. That little guy there drops either something useful, or he will drop a bomb on the floor. Well, you got to kind of get that out of the way. Now you can see I can do this round. Oh, that's ace. Right, so I just swung a gorilla around by his ears. I mean, that's amazing. I'm not actually sure what I'm doing. Oh, roundhouse this granny in the face. Oh yeah, and tweaked her ears. Right. So you can see the first level we had the headbutt, which was quite amusing, and now we can we can swing them round to our heart's content. If you've ever wanted to swing a gorilla around, well, now's your chance. Now, the only thing about this game, realistically, that I don't like is that it's just a little bit unforgiving, because it's not your traditional. It's not your traditional beat 'em up, but the rules still apply to the bad guys. They will try and get each side of you. And I'm just going to throw this granny across the screen. How is he still up? Anyway, you'll see their health bar disappearing as you swing them round and round your head, which is great stuff. I mean, to be fair, it's worth trying to get through it just to see what the different movesets are going to be. I'm going to do my best on this. I've not played this before, so basically we're looking at a first impression stroke review. So it's so far I'm actually enjoying this. I've got a little bit of a sadist side, you might say, but I mean, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? The grannies and the blind men, but gorillas, really? I mean, not sure what that's about. Anyway, controls. Very simple, guys. to perform all of these lovely attacks. So you've got a roundhouse kick, you've got a, on this one obviously, you've got your spinny roundy thing, that one. And then you've also got the ear tweak. But the spin them round and throw them is far more entertaining on this level. So there we go. Yes, it's quite a few gorillas. I think there's obviously been a breakout at the zoo. But yeah, I love the graphics on this. But back to controls. So up will jump, and then you hold down your fire button and any of the directions, and you will perform a maneuver. Now the roundhouse kick seems to be on every stage. It seems to be up and fire, and whichever direction and fire will give you a new technique. You can also trip them over like that by pushing down and fire. Now you'll notice my health bar just seems to drop like a boulder into a pool of soup. That's my real criticism with it. It's a bit too easy to die, and if you do get boxed in, you might as well just kiss your butt goodbye, because they're just going to absolutely maim you with their sticks. These guys are the worst offenders so far. But yeah, you will get more players later on to fight with. You'll have, I think, basketball players. I think there's some skaters. But then they're very few and far between. So let's go into stage 3 and see how we get on. If I die, don't worry. We'll reset. We'll rerun the fun. Oh, now I can chest bump and knee them in the balls. So that's great. That's another thing which I'm noticing as well. If you've got the fire button held down, you won't turn round. So if you're being attacked and you're trying to spin round really quickly, it doesn't work. I mean, it's quite a slow game as well, but that kind of works in its favour. There's a bomb on the floor, which, even if you're not standing next to it, if it explodes, that's it, you're done. So make sure that you try and push down and fire at the same time, and you will throw it across the screen. I thought she was actually throwing boxing gloves at one point. She's not. She's hoisting her bag across the screen. Just chest bumping old ladies in the street. I mean, that's perfectly normal. Now, this is the other thing that I've noticed as well, is that sometimes that you'll be in a position to be able to duck or to be able to get out of the way, but you won't be in position to stop the oncoming onslaught coming from another direction. So you've got to be a bit careful about that as well. But always in this time, I'm surprised they didn't give you like a drop kick or something, because just having the jumping around, I mean, the jumping around does actually give you more leverage across the screen than it does if you walk. What is that? A fondle technique? But yeah, it's entertaining. I've got to say, I've got a big smile on my face. It's just pure stupidity, but it's fun. It's 2 players, but it is turn-based. So there we are. That's a plus already. So you can take it in turns and see how far you can get, and have a bit of a competition. You don't have to do anything else other than push the 2-player option, and away you go. But yeah, animations are nice. I mean, they're very basic. This reminds me of Frack, actually, which I have reviewed. Nice sort of big, simple graphics, but very colourful. And, well, I mean, the sense of humour on this game is second to none, really. Playability-wise, it is. It's probably something that you'll play maybe once in a while. I mean, it's not one of those that you probably load up a lot of, unless you were just in a mood to kick the hell out of grannies and blind people. That guy there, yes, he's dropped a bomb on the floor, and I need to. That explode. There's a skater. I assume he's a skater. I was nowhere near that bomb, and it exploded. So I'm guessing they're on an atomic level. But now we have to start all over again. I can't see a life meter, though. That's the only thing. I'm trying to figure out where my lives are. But that is just one of the best moves ever. Being able to headbutt a gorilla in the face. I mean, how can you not like this? But yeah, it's got the entertainment value. It has its flaws. But, most games do, don't they? There's quite a few 10 out of 10s on this channel saying that. But hey. But yeah, I think this guy, and it's only because I haven't actually reviewed the game yet, but I think the guy that we're looking at here is from Bop'n Rumble, Bop'n Wrestle, something like that. Yeah, He's one of the wrestlers from that game, and that's another one I've been asked to do, which I'll get round to doing at some point. Now, obviously, it's fighting games this week, beat-em-ups. So if there's any that I haven't covered yet and you want to see, then let me know in the comments. I will check the comments every day, make sure and see what you guys come up with. If you don't come up with anything, then leave it to me, because I have a few surprises in store this week, actually. So stay tuned and look out for those. I'm going to attempt to do a fair few this week, but obviously it's time constraints, life and all that kind of stuff gets in the way. But yes, if you want to see a fighting game, or it doesn't have to be a side scroller, it can be a like Street Fighter type game where it's where you've got two players on screen at the same time, that sort of thing. As long as it's got fighting in it, I don't care. So, we're going to beat the snot out of people this week, because that is what we do. So, yes, Bop'n Rumble. Amusing, to say the least. I mean, I get the feeling that is based on Hulk Hogan, because it's too close. It's too close. Apart from it's got more hair than Hulk Hogan. I mean, in the sort of write-up on it, he's referred to as the Pants Man. I mean, I'm gobsmacked. But yes, it was Bop'n Rumble in the States. We had it under different names. So go and have a look. Read it, the information's information. I just can't remember. I really hate the fact that the stroke I had has knocked my memory for 6. Like, I can literally read something and then 2 minutes later it's gone. Really don't like that at all. However, this is worth picking up. Just even if it's, get the ROM, download it, whatever. Buy it. It's not going to be very expensive. Play it on a C64. And just enjoy the madcap humour of this game as we take Hulk Hogan home to his bed, because that's obviously what he needs after a rough night on the tiles. I just love the fact you can spin these guys around. It's brilliant. You need to sort of time the thing with the dogs as well. You don't always hit them first time with that sort of coochie-coo type thing. But there you go. So replay value, would I come back and play this again? Well, yes, I would. I mean, I might not sit there religiously week after week and play it, but it definitely would be on my list of things to load up and have a go at. If I needed something to cheer me up. Oh, that sounds horrible now, doesn't it? Well, yes, I cheer myself up from punching gorillas in the face. And then I'll headbutt old women, and then I spin blind men round until they pass out. No. I don't even know how player 2's got a score there, by the way, top right. But yeah, it looks like they've got swords, but they're not the white sticks. But yeah, weird. Weird and wonderful. But not very engaging, quite repetitive, and that's going to go against it in the scores. Quite easy to die, which again, that's kind of takes the fun element away a little bit. But it does make up for everything with the humour and just the pure silliness of it. So if you've got a good sense of humour and you want to play a game that's a little bit off the cuff, then try this one, because, well, it's not going to disappoint you. But yeah, give it a go, and just be in awe of the move sets that you can get. So yeah, that's the replay value for me, is you want to come back, see what the different levels have got in store for you. But yeah, Bop'n Rumble, have a go, and any age group, guys, any age group. It's literally one fire button held down while you do a bunch of left, right, up, down on the joypad or on keyboard, whichever you want to play at. It's the options are there. Was I tickling that guy then? But yes, there we go. Bop'n Rumble, kicking us off here with Theme Week beat-em-ups. I'm going to do a Theme Week once per month, I think I've decided, so it gives me time to decide what we're going to do and grab a number of games ready to review. So I hope you've enjoyed the first instalment of this week, and I will be back as usual with a brand new one for you. And like I said, let me know in the comments if there's any you'd like to see. I've got a couple planned, but I am open to suggestions. Thank you ever so much for your suggestion, Operation Phantom. You are awesome. So thanks ever so much, and it's great to see you commenting on my videos. And yeah, big hello to all of you guys out there. Don't be shy, leave me a comment if it's constructive. If it's just to say hi, that's fine. Rude comments and negativity will be removed, just so you know. Anyway, that's it from me. I will see you again real soon with another game where we mash people's faces. Until then, my friends, you keep it retro, and it's bye for now. Ta-da!
Incoming transmission.